Hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Sit down, please. I want to speak English today too, to improve my speaking skill. Let's get it started. Each student has to take the examination. Each student to earn enough credits to graduate from the university. Each student has to take the examination to get the credit, two credit. Each student, each high school student has to take the entrance examination of the university to enter the university. Each passenger has to go through the immigration. Each passenger has to finish depositing their luggage at the drop-in counter, luggage counter, before boarding the plane. Each piece of luggage has to be dropped off at the drop-off counter. Each piece of luggage has to follow the airline regulation. Each piece of luggage has to follow the airline regulation. Each passenger has to show their passport when at the immigration, at the customs. Each passenger has to show their passport at the immigration when they exit the country. Each product is checked by the machine at the end. Each product is to be checked by the machine. Each product is to be checked by the machine. Each product is to be checked by the machine. Each product is being wrapped by the machine. Each product is being wrapped by the machine. Each product is wrapped by the machine at the end. Each product in the factory is wrapped in a plastic bag. Each product in the factory is wrapped in a plastic bag in the end. Each product in our company is wrapped in cloth in the end. Each product will be sent to our customers. Each product will be checked by our boss at the end. Each product is to be checked by naked eyes of us. Each product is to be checked by naked eyes by us. Each product is to be checked by the machine. Each product is to be inspected by the machine. Each product is to be checked by the machine. Each product is to undergo many inspections at each section of the assembly line. Each product is to go through many inspections at each section of the assembly line. Each product is to go through many inspections at each section of the assembly line. Each product is to be inspected at each section of the assembly line. Each student went home. Each student in our class has a smartphone. Each student in our class has a smartphone. Each student in our class has a smartphone. Each student has to submit their homework on schedule. Each student in our class has a smartphone. Each student in our class has a smartphone. Each student in our class has a smartphone. Each product has to be inspected at each section of the assembly line. Each passenger has to show their passport at the immigration when they exit their country. Each passenger has to show their passport at the immigration. Each passenger must show their passport at the immigration. Each passenger has to show their passport at the immigration. Each passenger has to show their passport at the immigration. Each product sold at the store is very excellent. Each product sold at this supermarket has high quality. Each product in this grocery store is farm fresh. Each vegetable sold at this grocery store is farm fresh. Each vegetable sold at this grocery store is farm fresh. Each person has to wait in the line to buy masks. Each customer has to wait in front of the shop to buy the good deals, to get the good deals, to come buy the good deals. Each customer had to wait in front of the shop to come buy masks. Each customer had to wait in the line for a long time from early morning to get masks. Each customer had to wait in the line for a long time from early morning to come buy the masks, toilet paper. Each passenger has to show their passport at the immigration. Each customer is waiting in the queue for a long time in front of the shop so that they can buy masks and toilet paper. Each customer is wanting to buy masks. Each customer is waiting in the queue from the early morning to get masks, to come buy masks. Each customer is waiting in the queue from early morning to obtain masks. Each customer is waiting in the queue to come buy masks. Each product needs to be checked by the machine. Each promise between our customers needs the permission from our boss. Each contract between our customer needs the permission from our boss. Each project proposed by us needs the permission from our boss. Each product needs to be inspected by the naked eyes of us. Each product needs to be checked by the naked eyes at the last, in the end. Each of the students went home. Each student went home. Each of the students went their home. Went back to their houses. Each of the students went back to their home. Each of the customers is waiting in the queue to come buy masks. Each of the products is being inspected by the machine. Each of the products is to be inspected by the machine. Each of the product is to be wrapped in clothing. Each of the products is to be wrapped in a plastic bag. Each of the product is to be wrapped in a plastic bag. Each of the goods is to be wrapped in a plastic bag. Each of the goods is to be wrapped in a plastic bag. Each of the product is to be wrapped in a plastic bag. Each of the goods is being wrapped in a plastic bag. Each of the goods is being wrapped in a plastic bag. Each of the goods is being wrapped in a plastic bag. Each of the present is being wrapped in a cloth. Special cloth. Each of the presents is being wrapped in a wrapping cloth. Each of the presents is being wrapped in a special wrapping cloth. Each of the presents is being wrapped in a wrapping cloth. Each of the presents is being wrapped in a special wrapping cloth called furoshiki. Each of the presents is being wrapped in a furoshiki wrapping cloth. Each of the passengers is undergoing the immigration. Each of the passengers is going through the immigration now. Each of the passengers is coming out of the plane now. Each of the passengers is coming out of the plane now. Each of the passengers is boarding into the plane now. Each of the passengers is boarding the plane now. Each of the passengers is boarding the plane now. Each of the passengers is getting off the plane. Each of the passengers is getting off the plane. Each of the passengers is getting off the train. Each of the passengers is boarding the train. Each of the passengers is getting on the bus. Each of the passengers is getting off the bus. Each of the passengers is getting on the train, bus. Each of the customers is buying their favorite food. Each of the customers is enjoying their food at the restaurant. Each of the customer is enjoying their favorite meal at the restaurant. Each of the student has their own taste. Each of the people have their own taste differently. Each student has their own taste. Each person has their own taste. Favorite color, favorite music, and so on. Each of the students has their own taste. Each of the students has their own way of thinking. Each of the students has their own taste and the way that they should follow. Each of the students has their own way of thoughts. Each student has their own way of talking, way of thinking. Each student has their own path they should take. Each person has their own path they should take. They want to take. They want to follow. Each person, each of the people has their own path they want to take, follow. Each of the people has their own path they should take, they want to take, they would like to take, they're eager to take. They wish to take, they hope to take, they hope to follow. Each of the people has their own path they want to take, they want to follow. Each of the people has their own path they want to take. Each of the people has their own path they want to take, they want to follow. Each of the climbers has their own path they want to take. So it took time for them to decide which way to go when they started to climb the mountains. Each of the climbers had their own path they want to take. So it took some time for them to decide which route they should take. Each of the passengers are coming out. Each of the passengers is coming out of the plane. Each of the customers is coming out of the plane. Each of the products is coming out of the machine. Each of the products is being wrapped in a wrapping cloth. Each of the products is being put on the display. Each of the products is being put on the display. Each of the products is being put on the display. Each of the products is being put on the display. Each of the products is being put on the display. Each of the products is being put on a display. Each of the products is being put on the display. Each of the products is being put on the display. Each of the products is being put on the display. Each of the products on the shelf is being unloaded. Each of the products on the display is being unloaded. Each of the products on the display is unloaded. Each of the products on the shelf is being unloaded. Each of the products on the shelf is being unloaded. Each of the books on the shelf is being unloaded. Each of the posters on the wall is being taken down. Each of the posters is being post on the electrical pole by the staff. Each student has to submit their essay by tomorrow. Each coworker has to finish the work by tomorrow. Each employee must send the daily report every day. Each customer is wanting to buy masks. Each employee has to write a daily report every day. Each employee has to write a daily report every day. Each employee must write a daily report. Each employee has to write a daily report. Each of the employees has to write a daily report. Each of the employees must write a daily report. Each of the employees must write a daily report. Each of the employees must write a daily report. Each of the employees must write a daily report. Each of the employees has to write a daily report. Each of the employees must write a daily report. Each of the employees has to write a daily report. Each of the employees has to write a daily report. Each of the employees has to participate in monthly meeting. Each of the employees has to attend a monthly meeting. Each of the employees has to participate in a monthly meeting. Each of the employees has to submit improvement every 3 months. Each of the employees has to come up with a good idea about improvement every 3 months. Every employee has to come up with a good idea about improvement about the environment in which they are working every 3 months. Each of the employees has to come up with a good idea of improvement every 3 months. Each employee has to come up with improvement about the environment in which they are working. Each of the employees has to come up with a good idea of improvement with regard to the environment in which they are working every 3 months. Every employee has to come up with a good idea of the improvement in the workplace they are working in. The students went home each. The students went home each. The price is cars is no. The price of the pens is 100 yen, 200 yen, and 300 yen respectively each. The price of the pens is 100 yen, 200 yen, and 300 yen each. The dates of Japan Red Pass is divided into a week, 14 days, and 21 days each. Japan Rail Pass is divided into 3 duration: a week, 7 days; 14 days and 21 days each, respectively. There are two songs I would like to show you. Both of them will change your life. There are two songs I would like to show you. Both of them will change your life. Maybe you want to buy the CD. Both of my parents will be glad when I pass the entrance examination. Both of my grandparents will be happy if I visit them. Both of your sisters are very beautiful, very cute. There were two good deals at the store, but I didn't buy either of them. Both the guitars are very expensive, which beyond my budget. Both schools are very excellent. Both students are very excellent. Both plans are very good. Both ideas are very good. There are two options. One is going to Tokyo, and the other is going to Osaka. I actually want to go both. I want to go to the both. And there are two resolutions. One is to become a doctor, and the other is to become a school teacher. But both of them are very difficult to become. Both lawyer and a doctor are well known to be very difficult to become. Both a doctor and a lawyer are well known as a difficult job to become. Both Tokyo and Kyoto are very famous tourist spots. Both Tokyo and Kyoto are very popular tourist spots. Both Osaka and Kyoto are very popular tourist spots. Both of them are crowded with tourists. Both of them are very crowded with tourists. Both Kinkakuji Temple and Kiyomizu-dera Temple are very crowded with tourists. Both temples are very crowded with tourists. There are two temples I like in Kyoto. One is Kinkakuji Temple, and the other is Kiyomizu-dera Temple. Both temples are very crowded with tourists. Both temples are very crowded with tourists. If you want to avoid the congestion, why don't you go in early morning? Why don't you visit in early morning? Both of the students don't like each other. Both of the students love the same girl. Both of my coworkers don't like to go for a drink after work. Both of my colleagues don't like to have drink after work. Both of my coworkers don't like to eat out after work. Both of my coworkers don't like to work overtime. Both of my friends like to eat out. Both of my friends like to go to Universal Studios Japan every weekend. Both of my friends like to sing at karaoke. There are many shops on either side of the street. Each side of the street. Both sides of the street. There are many people working on either side of the street. Both sides of the street. Each side of the street. There are many beautiful trees lined with along the street. There are a series of trees along with both sides of the street, each side of the street, either side of the street. There are the same shops on either end of the airport, both ends of the airport, each end of the airport. There are same shops on either end of the airport, on either end of the airport, on each end of the airport, on both ends of the airport. Both sides of the airport are cylindrical. There was no one on both sides of both ends of the airport, on either end of the airport, on each end of the airport. The theater was very crowded, and the seats on both sides of the theater was vacant. Every seat was taken except for the seats on both sides of the theater. Each side of the airport, each side of the theater, either side of the theater. Both ends of the theater has a unique design. Each end of the theater has unique design. Each end of the theater has a unique design. There is a pocket on either side of the back, on each side of the back, on both sides of the back. There are two pockets on either side of my jacket, on each side of my jacket, on both sides of the pocket of my jacket. There are two toilets on both ends of the building, on either end of the building, on each end of the building. Either the student has to make a speech tomorrow. Either you or I have to make a speech at the meeting tomorrow. Either my coworker can get a day off tomorrow. Either my coworker can get a paid leave tomorrow. Either my coworker can get a paid leave next week. Either my coworker has to submit improvement, Kaizen, tomorrow. Either my coworker has to work overtime. Either of my coworkers has to work overtime today. Either my coworker has to work overtime. Either my coworker has to work. Either of my coworkers has to work overtime. Either my coworker has to work overtime. Either my coworker has to work overtime. Either my coworker has to go on business to Shanghai. Either my coworker has to go on business to Beijing. Either my coworker has to go on business to London. Either my coworker has to go on business to New York. Either my friend has to invite my other friends to our house. Either my friend has to take a drive to Fukuoka Station. I can buy you either toy. I can buy you either toy. I can buy you either of the toys. I can buy you either toy. I can buy you either toy. I can buy you either toy. Either toy can be bought by me. Either toy can be bought by me. I can buy you either book. I can buy you either book. I can buy you either of the books. Either of the books can be bought by me. I can buy you either book, either watch, either umbrella. I can buy you either computer screen. I can buy you either computer screen. I can buy you either video game. I can buy you either video game. Either video game can be bought by me. Either video game is be able to be bought by me. Either candidate will lose. Either candidate will win. Either candidate will lose. Either candidate will win. Either my coworker has to wait at the airport to welcome the guest from our employee coming from other branch office. Either my coworker has to wait at the arrival gate in the airport to welcome the staff from other company. Either my coworker has to wait at the arrival gate in the airport to welcome the employee from other country, to welcome our boss. Either my coworker has to wait at the arrival gate of the airport to welcome our boss. I can buy you either snack. I can buy you either snack. I can buy you either toy. Either toy will be destined to be finished producing. Either toy will be finished producing. Either toy will be finished producing. Either toy will have will be added a new feature. Either book will be reproduced because of the popularity. Either book will do as long as it is interesting. I will bring either book. I will bring either book. I will bring either textbook. I will bring either book A or book B. I can buy you either toy. I can buy you either book. I will bring either book. I will bring either book. I will bring either video game. I can lend you either pencil, either my pencil. I can borrow you either my pencil. I can borrow you either of my pencils. I can lend 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 you either my pen. I can lend you either my pencils. Either my pencil. I can lend you 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 either of my pencils. I can lend you either eraser. I can lend you either eraser. I can lend you either of my 2 pieces of eraser. I can buy you either dog. I want to buy either dog. I want to buy either dog on the display. I would like to have either pet. I would like to buy either dog. I would like to have a pet from either dog. I would like to buy either of the dogs. I would like to buy either of the dogs. I would like to buy either of the dogs. I would like to buy either of the dogs. I would like to buy either of the dogs. I would like to buy either dog. I would like to buy either dog. Either dog is very cute. Either dog will be my pet. Either dog will be my pet. Either of the dogs will be my pet. Either of the dogs will be my pet. Either of my coworkers has to go on business to New York. Either of the products has to be cut down. The price of either product has to be cut down because it is not selling well. The price of either product has to be cut down. The production of either product has to be finished. The production of either good has to be finished. The production of either toy has to be finished. The production of either product has to be finished. The price of either toy has to be cut down. I would like to buy either soft cream. I would like to buy either of 2 pieces of soft cream. Either student has to make a speech in front of the students tomorrow. Either my coworker is be transferred to a branch office in Sendai. Either my coworker will be transferred to Sendai office. Each my friend has the same taste. Each my friend, either of my friend buy a present for her. I don't go out today. I don't want to either. I don't want to eat out after work tonight. I don't either. I don't like either of them. There are 2 foods I don't like. One is natto, fermented soybean, and the second is raw fish. I don't like either of them. I don't like either of them. I like neither of them. I don't like either of them. There are 2 options to choose. One is to go to Okinawa, and the other is to go to Hokkaido. I don't want either of them right now. I would rather stay at home. I prefer to stay at home than to go outside. I would rather stay at home than go outside in this week. I don't want to buy either of the apples. I don't want to buy either of the watches. I don't want to buy either of the cards. I don't want to accept either of the job offers. I don't want to accept either of the offers. I don't want to accept either of the jobs. I don't want to take on either of the jobs. I don't want to take on either of the battles, food battles. I don't want to take on either of the food battles. I don't want to take on either of the battles. I don't want to take on either of the offers. I don't want to go to either of the places. I don't want to go to either of the places. I will not go to either of the places. I will not buy either of them. I will not buy either of them. I will not go to either of them. I will not go to either of them. I will not go to either of the places. I will not go to either of the countries. I will go to neither of the countries. I will go to neither of the places. I will buy neither of them. I will not buy either of them. Either of the performances is attractive. I don't want to study at home either. I don't like to study either. I don't like to study either. I don't want to study long either. I don't want to work overtime either. I wouldn't like to work overtime either. I don't want to study late at night either. I don't want to study until midnight either. I don't want to study until 2 a.m. either. I am not good at getting up either. I am not good at getting up either. I am not good at getting up early either. I can get up early neither. I am not good at getting up either. I am not good at getting up either. I am not good at waking up early either. I am not good at getting up early either. I am not good at getting up either. I am not good at getting up early either. I am not good at getting up early either. I am not good at getting up early either. I am not good at getting up early either. I am not good at getting up early either. I am not good at getting up early either. I am not good at getting up early either. I am not good at getting up early either. I am not good at getting up early either. I am not good at getting up early either. I am not good at getting up early either. I am not good at mathematics either. I am not good at calculating either. I am not good at calculating figures either. I am not good at memorizing either. I am not good at getting up early either. I am not good at getting up early either. I don't want to buy either of them. I will not accept either of them. I will not accept either of them. I will not accept either of the proposals. I will not accept either of the projects. I will not agree with either of the projects. I will not agree to either of the projects. I will not agree to either of the thoughts of the candidates. I will not agree with either of the thoughts of the candidates. I will not go to either of the places. I will not go to either of the places. I will not agree with either of them. I will not agree with either of the candidates. I will not agree to either of the policies of the candidates. I will not agree to the policies of the candidates. I will not agree to the candidate either of the candidates' policies. I will not eat at either of the restaurants. I will not eat at either of the restaurants. I will not eat at either of the restaurants. I will not eat at either of the restaurants. I will not buy at either of the shops. I will not buy stationery at either of the stores. I will not visit either of the places. I will not stop by at either of the places. I will not visit 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 either of the places. I will not drop by at either of the places. I will not call on them. I will not call on either of them. I will not stop by at either of the places. I will not stop by at either of the places. I will not drop off at either of the places. I will not drop by at either of the places. I will not drop by at either of the places. I will not drop by at either of the places. I will not stop by either of the places. I will not drop by either of the places. I will not drop by either of the places. I will not drop by either of the places. I will not drop by at either of the places. I will not drop by at either of the places. I will not drop by at either of the places. I will not drop by at either of the places. I will not stop by at either of the places. I will not go to either of the places. I will not go to either of the places. I will not eat at either of the places. Both sides of the street are decorated with LED. Each side of the street is decorated with LED. Each side of the street is decorated with LED, light emitting diode. Both ends of the street has nothing to do. Has nothing. Each end of the road has nothing. Either end of the road has nothing. Both ends of the street is very dark at night. Each end of the road is very dark at night. Each end of the road is very dark at night. Each end of the school is being patrolled regularly. Either end of the school is patrolled every day, every night, 24 hours regularly. Both ends of the school are patrolled by the guards every day, regularly. Both ends of the school are patrolled by the guards regularly, 24 hours. Each end of the school is patrolled by the guards 24 hours every day, regularly. Either end of the school is patrolled by the guards regularly. Neither my coworker likes to eat out after work. Neither my coworker likes to eat out after work. Neither my coworker likes to study after work. Neither my coworker likes to study after work. Neither my coworker likes to study after work. Neither my coworker likes to eat out after work. Neither my coworker likes to have drink after work. Neither my coworker likes to go for a drink after work. Neither my coworker likes to participate in the party after work. Neither my coworker likes to participate in company picnic. Neither my coworker likes to take part in company picnic. Is regard to economics. Neither book is regard to mathematics. Neither book is beneficial for me. Neither video game is attractive for me. Neither movie is attractive for me. Neither song is attractive for me. Neither TV program is interesting to me, for me. Neither candidate is appealing to me. Neither candidate is attractive to me. Neither artist is attractive to me. Neither candidate is appealing to citizen. Neither candidate is passionate. Neither candidate is enthusiastic. Neither teacher is enthusiastic. Neither teacher is passionate. Neither presidential candidate is enthusiastic enough. Neither presidential candidate is enthusiastic enough. Neither presidential candidate is passionate enough. Neither my coworker has the courage to dive to the sea. Neither my coworker has the courage to try the ritual thing, the ritual to stay under the water for in the winter. This is a kind of purification. Can you do that? Neither my coworker has the courage to do the ritual to stay under the waterfall in the winter. Neither my coworker likes to work overtime. Neither my coworker likes to work overtime. Neither my coworker likes to work overtime. Neither my coworker likes to eat out after work. Neither my coworker likes to have a company picnic. Neither my coworker likes to have a company picnic. Neither student likes mathematics. Neither student likes mathematics. Neither student likes physics. Neither student likes social studies. Neither student likes science. Neither student likes geology. Neither teacher is passionate. Neither teacher is enthusiastic. Neither teacher is strict. Neither teacher is very strict. Neither teacher is very easy. Neither teacher is angry today. Neither teacher is angry today. Neither teacher is angry at sleeping students today. Neither teacher is angry at sleeping students today. I rejected neither of the job offers. My boss will accept neither of my ideas. Our boss will accept neither of our ideas. Our boss will agree to our new ideas. Our boss will agree to neither of our ideas. Our boss will agree to neither of our ideas. Our boss will agree to neither of our ideas. I will buy neither of them. I will buy neither of them. I will go to neither of the places. I will visit neither of the places. I will visit neither of the places. I will visit neither of the countries. I will eat neither of the places. I will eat at neither of the restaurants. I will eat at neither of the restaurants. I will exchange my money at neither of the shops. I will go to neither of the convenience stores. Neither convenience store sells what I want to buy. Neither of the stores has the goods I want to buy. Neither of the stores doesn't carry the product I want to buy. Neither store has the product that I want to buy. Neither store has the product that I want to buy. Neither product is cheap. Neither product is expensive. Neither product is inexpensive. Neither of the products is expensive. Neither of the product is inexpensive. Neither of the cars is expensive. Neither store sells the product I want to buy. Neither store sells the product I want to buy. Neither of the stores sells the product I want to buy. Neither of the stores sells the product I want to buy. Neither of the stores sells the product I want to buy. Neither of the stores sells the product I want to buy. Neither product needs to be cut down. Neither of the products needs to be finished producing. Neither of the store sells the product I want to buy. Neither of the shops sells the product I want to buy. Neither of the stores sells the product I want to buy. Neither of the stores sells the product I want to buy. Neither of the stores sells the product I want to buy. Neither of the stores sells the product I want to buy. Neither of the stores sells the product I want to buy. Neither of the stores sells the product I want to buy. Neither of the stores sells the product I want to buy. Neither of the singers attracted me. Neither of the movies attracted me. Neither of the movies was interesting to me. Neither of the movies was interesting to me. Neither movie 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 was interesting to me. Neither of the movies was interesting to me. Neither of the movies was attractive to me. Neither of the singers was attractive to me. Neither of the candidates was enthusiastic. Neither of the presidential candidates was enthusiastic. Neither of the candidates was enthusiastic enough. Neither of the candidates was passionate enough. Neither product is cheap. Neither product is cheap. Neither vegetable is farm fresh. 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 Neither of the vegetables is farm fresh. Neither of the vegetables is farm fresh. Neither vegetable 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 is farm fresh. I will accept neither of the job offers. I will accept neither of the ideas. I will agree to neither of the ideas. I will agree to neither of the policies. I will take on neither of the offers. 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 I will buy neither of the video games. 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 I will buy neither video game. I will buy neither of the video games. 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 I will eat at neither of the restaurants. I will eat at neither of the restaurants. I will buy at neither of the restaurants. I will eat at neither of the restaurants. I will eat at neither of the restaurants. Okay, I will finish talking here. Thank you for watching. See you next time. See you.